Hello, this is Berzinsky for Beardbrand Alliance. What is the most distinguished feature on your face? That smile of yours? Whether it be that sizable schnoz on your face, or whether it be your eyes. The eyes have taken center stage in the past couple of years because of the pandemic and because of mask wearing. The face has been reduced to the eyes. What's the crown and glory of those eyes? It's those eyebrows. Or is it that eyebrow? I want to talk to you today about the unibrow, the monobrow, whatever you want to call it. I want to tell you why you should keep it or why you should let it go. That's right. Through the pandemic, more and more focus has been placed on the eyes. People are looking at your eyes more than ever. And it's a shame for us bearded guys. Our beautiful beards have been crushed under masks and under face coverings in some places for over a year, and finally released in many places, which is great. But the wearing of masks has changed what people look at on people's faces. As I said, changing the direction from below the nose to above the nose. I'm not surprised by that. Women's magazines in particular, when they describe which body part they like the best on men, will go through arms, back, shoulders, legs, whatever, and always on the list, and near the top of the list, are a gentleman's eyes. Women look at eyes. I think guys look at eyes also. It doesn't matter who you are. A lot of people will focus on your eyes. And I have to tell you, with my daughter and my wife and a lot of the women I know, not only are they obsessed with eyes and what they do with them in terms of makeup and things like that, they're obsessed with eyebrows. And when they look at guys, I have heard women comment on a guy's eyebrows. And guys will say, what's the importance of it, But I'm going to say they're important. You take a lot of effort to groom your beard, to groom your mustache, to groom your hair, to make sure there's no hair growing out of your ears. You fuss over all of this, and then many guys will do absolutely nothing with their eyebrows. And rarely will they even ask their barbers to trim their eyebrows. So I want to encourage you, help yourself out by asking your barber to at least trim your eyebrows so they're not growing like a crazy man. You don't want that look. But many guys have an abundance of hair on their face related to their eyebrows, and whether it be growing down to close to their eyes, whether it be growing connecting with their hair, or whether it be growing in the center, forming the monobrow. And so what do people think of monobrows? For a long time now, people have said the monobrow has to go. It's dead. It's over. There is a trend now in fashion, believe it or not, for the return of the unibrow. I'm actually going to say I'm all for it. And let me give you some examples of people in pop culture right now who are sporting a monobrow, who are sporting that unibrow, and tell me honestly what you think of these guys. First up here we have Robert Pattinson from the Twilight series. Very faint, but you'll see that he has a lot of hair. He has a lot of eyebrow above into his forehead, as well as between his eyes. We have Jack Osborne, who has a connecting area of hair between his two eyebrows. Anthony Davis. There's Josh Hartnett. Adrian Grenier. I think he was on The Devil Wears Prada. Very sizable unibrow there. You have Chris Paul. There's a number of celebrities who do nothing with their eyebrow. Lots of guys have them, and a lot of guys choose to get rid of them. So the question is, why would you get rid of it? And I'm going to tell you a little story about myself. If you look, I got nothing. I have no monobrow. But if you look at this picture here, I had a monobrow. I wore a unibrow, proudly until I was about 35 years old. I think I told the story once before. My hair used to grow down and into my eyelids. It grew very low, and this is back in the day before laser treatments, I had electrolysis, and I had some of this hair removed. And the technician said, "Do you want to get rid of that, your monobrow?" And I said, "No." And it actually takes 3 or 4 sessions with electrolysis to get rid of the hairs. So I went back to the second session on my eyebrows, and they got rid of this. I found it very relaxing. I fell asleep, and I woke up, and she had removed my connecting hairs. Totally angry because I actually liked it. And would you believe it or not, it has not grown back fully. There's a few sparse hairs in here, which are gray, which you can't even see anymore. And it's something that I inadvertently got rid of and had no intention of getting rid of it. Many guys actually do have monobrows, and they, as I said, they choose to get rid of them, whether it be by waxing, by threading. Many guys will shave it. Many guys will get laser treatment or electrolysis or some kind of permanent method to get rid of it. But I would say that it's more than the 7 or 8 guys here that we mentioned on the celebrity list. Take a look at this list, these photographs of just guys that I pulled off a line. Tell me what all of these guys have in common. So if you look at these guys, I think these guys all look, let's call it hyper masculine. They all are blessed with abundance of hair, and it translates on the beard. A lot of them have hair on their head, and they have a lot of eyebrow. Do you think that having that hair distracts from what they look like? And I'm going to say it doesn't. And I'm going to say that it actually contributes to the look that they have. And as a bearded guy, I think you have more of a favorable chance of wearing a monobrow if you have a beard. Because there seems to be, this thought that you have an abundance of hair going on your face. It seems only natural that you would have this hair growing also. So should you keep it? I think there's a big trend in women's fashion right now. You're seeing many more women who are letting their eyebrow go natural. Women have monobrows too. There's some very famous models you can see here who have made careers on having monobrows. Brooke Shields back in the day had a very faint monobrow between her eyebrows. So I think you're seeing a resurgence in the women wearing monobrows, and naturally, men aren't far behind when it comes to even some of the trends that are adopted by women first. So what is a reason to get rid of your monobrow? Now, if you looked at all the guys that we put up here, these A, B-list celebrities, these very handsome bearded models, what do they all have in common? Yes, they're very handsome. And back when early on in the debate about beards, I had all these people saying, sure, he can wear a beard. He's a handsome guy. Sure, he can wear a beard. He's a good-looking guy. It doesn't matter what he does. And so can a more handsome guy get away with a unibrow? And maybe. But, if you have a unibrow, if you have a monobrow, you tend to have more eyebrow in general. And going back to where I started, women obsess over eyebrows. And so if you have a strong brow, it can actually bring significant attention to your eyes. So that's a good reason to keep them. The reason to get rid of them is they're really out of control, and in reality, they don't look good on you. So get rid of them. And I just went through the list really briefly there, whether it be through electrolysis, laser, waxing, threading, old school plucking. No matter what it is, if you don't like it, get rid of it. But I'm going to encourage guys to go ahead, if you have one and you've been taking some of those temporary techniques to get rid of it, go ahead, let it grow in, see what it looks like. I am the guy on this channel who, Carlos does it too, Eric does, we all do it. We all change up our looks, not getting stuck with a particular look. If I had my monobrow, I would be sporting it, believe me, I would be sporting it now, and I would probably, at times, take it off. If you have one, why don't you give it a try? See what it looks like, see if anyone notices, see if anyone notices your eyes on your face. Let me know below in the comments if you intend to keep a monobrow, or if you actually currently do some grooming to get rid of it. Until we meet again.
Hey, I'm Mark. I think that Beardbrand products and the Beardbrand mission, they've really helped me kind of wear my beard and present it to the world in a way that, honestly, for the first time in my life, kind of makes me feel kind of handsome. Sometimes. But anyway, thanks guys.